as we build more and more housing, we need to continue to offer different options for students. And options is actually a diverse word for us in housing. When I talk about options, it won't just be room types that students have, but the types of communities they can live in, the types of options that we would offer students, both new students and returning students. So that'll be one thing that we'll change or continue to build on. The other thing that we'll continue on, it's a path we're already on, is the development of our Residence Life program. We have offered a new special option for freshman students in our fire program at Everglades and Biscayne Fire's, the first year resident experience program. And that's a program specifically designed for new students to participate in. We're expanding fire this year to include not just Everglades but Biscayne Hall, so 812 freshmen will get to participate in those communities. As we move forward, you come back and visit us in a few years from now, we will continue to have different types of special interest housing available for students. We're going to expand those options there. So diversifying options, not just in room types, but special interest communities. The continued development of our Residence Life program in terms of community standards. Going forward, I would anticipate rental rate increases. The real crux is how much. We need to do everything we can to keep it minimal. This past year, we saw rental rates increases of 4.5% and 7% respectively in the two locations. I would like to hope going forward that it's never more than 5%, but I will do everything I can to make it less than that. The challenge for us is we're a very young institution. We're only 12 years old. And our housing program is only 11 years old. So everything we own, we're still paying for. You go to a university of, let's take a large state school that's been around for a while, and that's almost all of them except for us.
Right.
USF, UCF, University of Florida, Florida State. A lot of those schools who have housing, they have buildings that were built in the 50s or the 60s. Those buildings are paid off. So once they're paid off, they're still making money off of them, and then they can build their cash reserves. And so they're in a different position. They can use money differently than we can. A lot of the money that we collect from students, and it's important to point out that we do not get any money from FGCU to run the housing program. So when you're paying tuition dollars, none of that comes back to housing. When the state allocates their budget to state universities, none of that money too comes back to housing. We're an auxiliary, so all of our fees that we have to run our program come from students who live on campus through rental fees or miscellaneous fees.